And in fact, the umbrella guy is in Mr. Adam Waldman. Do you know who Adam Waldman is?
I have no idea.
Well, he's testified earlier that he talks to the umbrella guy.
That he what? He talks to the umbrella guy?
Yeah. Were you aware of that?
I honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Okay.
What was Mr. Depp's demeanor when they first arrived?
At Trailer Palace, he was super excited about the place, really complimentary, just had a lot of questions, and seemed like he was in a really great mood.
And how about Miss Heard's demeanor? Anything stick out?
She was pretty quiet. She just kind of didn't say that much when I was giving them the tour of the grounds and the trailer.
And what did you observe of Mr. Depp and Miss Heard as the evening progressed?
So Mr. Depp was super curious and really nice. He was also really interested in my innkeeper because she was a musician, so they would talk about music a lot. At one point, the innkeeper who lived at the next door property went home and grabbed her guitar, and they had sung a song or two around the campfire in the early evening. There was another instance where Mr. Depp, the innkeeper, her name is Jenna, and myself were talking about books and music, and Miss Heard came over and kind of interjected. She seemed a little annoyed that Mr. Depp wasn't spending time with her.
And did you have an opportunity to observe Mr. Depp interact with other people, guests on the property that evening?
Yes, I saw him hanging out with a security guard at one point, and outside of the time that him and Jenna were singing around the campfire, he was off by himself a lot of the time, and Miss Heard was over at the campfire with her friends and seemed to have a good time.
Did there come a time in the evening that you observed Mr. Depp and Miss Heard have a disagreement or an argument?
Yes. I was speaking with Mr. Depp, just one-on-one, talking about Hicksville, and Miss Heard came over and she said that I want to talk to you, and seemed really upset about something. So I went and back in the house because it was really, they went off on their own, and she started yelling at him, and I didn't want to hear it. It honestly was really triggering because I've been in an emotionally abusive relationship before.
Objections.
So Ms. Heard asked him to go talk off to the side, and she was upset at him and she was yelling at him. He was kind of cowering and seemed almost afraid, and it was really odd to see because he was older than her, obviously.
What happened after that?
So when I saw Mr. Depp on my next rounds, he apologized profusely and said, "I'm really sorry about that." She was upset.
What type of physical reaction did Mr. Depp have after the argument between Mr. Depp and Miss Heard?
He honestly, throughout the rest of the night, became a lot more quiet and was just very more petulant. In the beginning of the night, he was a lot more outgoing and extroverted, and throughout, as the course of the night went on, he was less and less so and more quiet.
Did Miss Heard appear intoxicated to you?
She did. She seemed, I think when she was angry at him, it seemed like she was intoxicated, but that's just based on my experience and my own personal trauma dealing with abuse.
Okay. Did you witness Mr. Depp and Miss Heard interact other than the argument that you previously described for the jury?
At the end of the night, I heard a commotion. I was inside the house and came out. I couldn't tell what was going on.
What, if anything, happened the next morning, Mr. Knight?
The innkeepers let me know that there was some damage in one of the trailers, and it happened to be Mr. Depp and Miss Heard's trailer. So I wanted to inspect the trailer because I was extremely worried. all those trailers that Steve and I worked on were like my babies, and the one they were staying in was the only one that was mostly original and restored 1950s style, and so I was very concerned.
So what did you observe when you went to the trailer?
I observed that there was a light sconce by the bathroom in the bedroom that had been broken off the wall, and a couple pieces were on the floor, and they were, it was basically just broken. The light fixture was hanging on the wall still, except for the pieces that were on the floor.
How often do light fixtures in the trailers break?
They break pretty often. I mean, it's not like a usual thing, but things in the trailers generally get broken because it's all vintage trailers, and I would say as much as every couple weeks there's some incident of damage in one of the trailers.
Beyond the light fixture, was anything else in the trailer damaged?
No, everything else looked fine. In fact, we have something we call a piggy fee that we address to guests, that if there's anything what we call inconsiderate or unusually large messes, we charge them extra for it for a $25 an hour cleaning fee, but they did not receive one of those because everything outside of the light fixture looked fine.
Okay. And what did you charge Nathan or Mr. Depp for replacing that pair of light fixtures?
The pair came out to $62.
She's smiling. She thinks she got it now.
While you were on site, Mr. Knight, did you ever wear a mesh shirt?
No, I would absolutely never wear that.
At any time during Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's stay on the property, did you see Mr. Depp become physical with anyone?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. That's fine.
I'm sorry, that answer was?
I never saw Mr. Depp get physical with anyone when I saw him.
She's smiling confidently, like they got something. What they got up
Mr.
this
Knight, you are a pretty big fan of Johnny Depp, aren't you?
I am not. To be honest, throughout the evening, I
just asked you one question.
Oh, I
didn't ask
apologize.
you the rest of that.
I
You
apologize.
wanted to participate in this trial, didn't you?
I did not. I
You
was
knew-
asked by the attorney, and I wanted to. They asked me, and I said I'll be happy to come and tell the truth.
You knew this was on camera, that it was being broadcast to a lot of people, and you saw testimony, did you not, in this case? And you seized the moment and responded to the umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative compound.
Overruled.
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead. The lead.
You
what?
know that he leads one of the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters out there.
I have no idea. I don't care or follow the Umbrella Guy.
In fact, you do follow a Twitter called Johnny Depp Fan, don't you?
Absolutely not.
You don't? That's your testimony under oath?
It is my testimony under oath.
All right. And on April 21st, Mr. Depp testified in this case about Hicksville, didn't he?
I wasn't here.
And in fact, you tweeted in response to the umbrella guy on April 21, 22,
Bro.
quote, "That never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting all jealous and crazy." Do you
Yes,
recall writing that?
I do recall writing that.
Michelle,
What are they trying to say? He's a fan, I guess, is what it's saying? Yeah, Umbrella Guy got multiple shout-outs in this trial, man.
4 days after you tweeted to Umbrella Man,
I was Umbrella Guy.
the umbrella guy, okay? Now, so you reached out to the umbrella guy in this text, this Twitter, right?
I wouldn't call it reaching out.
Okay. And in fact, the umbrella guy is in Mr. Adam Waldman. Do you know who Adam Waldman is?
I have no idea.
Well, he's testified earlier that he talks to the umbrella guy.
That he what? He talks to the Umbrella Guy?
Yeah. Were you aware of that?
I honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Okay. 4 days after that, you tweeted something pretty nasty about Elon Musk, didn't you?
I did.
Uh-oh.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-oh.
So that was the context of that is that he had.
I didn't ask you for the context.
I apologize.
Okay.
How dare you?
But you texted something that had swear words in it. Would you agree about Elon Musk? And you said it was Carolyn?
Geraldine.
Geraldine. Oh, Yerlin. I got it. Okay. And
I
what?
think it's pronounced Geraldine.
Okay. Can you tell us? Do you remember what any of the other people looked like?
They honestly just seem like youngish hipsters, like for lack of a better term.
Mr. Knight, how did you get involved in this trial?
I got a text from one of our old employees who I didn't talk to for
Objection,
years.
hearsay?
Don't tell us what the text said. Just how did you
Okay,
get involved?
I got a text from. I got a.
It's still hearsay. You're under
Okay.
objection.
Elaine.
Thank you. Go on, Mr. Knight.
I was asked if it was.
no.
I'll
Objection,
sustain that.
hearsay.
Pussy.
Apologize.
Cut.
What did you?
I got a
What
text.
did you received a text? Okay.
Yes.
From
and From a former employee.
And did you contact Mr. Depp or any of his attorneys?
Objection, leading?
Overruled.
I did not.
How did you get in touch with Mr. Depp's attorneys?
They got in touch with me.
Objection, hearsay?
Overruled.
Go on, Mr. Knight.
They reached out to me.
Okay.
It's okay.
I don't have an objection right now.
Thank you.
Yo, she's jumping. The Addy. I told
Next
you.
question.
I told
And
you.
how do you feel about participating in this trial?
Objection, relevance?
It's extremely relevant considering that they have accused him of being.
Overruled.
Thank you.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell what I saw, and that's the extent of it. I really don't care outside of that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knight. Nothing
All
further.
right.